What's up, guys? It's Tommy, and welcome back to my house of vlogs. So, a lot of people saw and liked my video comparing Spider-Man Homecoming to Miraculous. But recently, I was watching the audience retention when I realized there's more to talk about when it comes to this movie. You probably guessed it by the title, but Homecoming has a lot in common with Greek mythology. My goal in this video is to start a conversation about, well, Greek mythology and Spider-Man Homecoming. So, if you're a YouTuber or know a YouTuber that would want to talk about this, please do. If you want channels like Screen Crush, Critical Drinker, or heck, even Nostalgia Critic if we're lucky, talking about this, please tweet this video at them so we can get this conversation going. Plus, if you enjoy this video, please like, share, and subscribe. So, with all that said and done, a good place to start is, in my opinion, the most important thing that contributes to the plot of this film, and especially when it comes to this theme. Stark Tower. This tall structure symbolizes how people like Adrian, Ned, Flash, Liz, and of course Peter all view people like the Avengers. Because of their abilities and what they have, they're seen as people who live above everyone else, like gods.
How do you think your buddy Stark paid for that tower? Or any of his little toys? Those people, Pete, those people up there, the rich and the powerful, they do whatever they want. Guys like us, like you and me, they don't care about us. We build their roads and we fight all their wars and everything. They don't care about us.
In a way, Stark Tower is a lot like Mount Olympus, a really high place that the gods the mortals look up to use as a headquarters. I think the comparison to Greek myths is also present in Adrian tombs. Now, I know there's been a lot of different versions of this character, and this is probably adapting the comics in some way. But an observation I've made is that if you look at the Vulture story through this lens, it seems very similar to the story of Icarus. For those who don't know, here's how this story goes. A father and a son are imprisoned in a cell atop a tall mountain. But as a means to escape, the father takes some feathers, glues them together, and makes two sets of wings out of them. However, on their day of escape, the father warns his son Icarus not to fly too high, saying that if he does, the heat from the sun will melt the glue and he'll crash. But when they start flying, Icarus loves the freedom of flying so much that he ignores his father's warning. Give y'all one guess what happens next. This flight is very similar to the last heist in the film, but with the father and son position switching. Adrian is trying to steal tech from a plane, and thus the whole thing takes place in the air. In the end, Peter warns him that his suit will explode if he flies too high. But because of Adrian's desire to deliver,
Chief, they're losing altitude. Get out of there.
I'm not going home empty-handed.
he too ignores the warnings and crashes. Heck, even Peter has similarities to Greek mythology. Now, I know I'm going out of movie perspective a little, but please bear with me. According to Screen Rant, there's a theory that Stark Industries made the famous radioactive spider that bit Peter, giving him his powers. To quote Screen Rant specifically, The origin of the Marvel Cinematic Universe's Peter Parker is still unknown, but theory suggests that Tony Stark is the one responsible for the creation of the spider that bit Peter Parker. If this theory is to be believed, then one could say that Peter's powers, much like that of Hercules and Perseus's, are gifts from the gods. Speaking of Hercules and Perseus, they both get their powers from one Greek god in particular. If you know Greek mythology, you know that Zeus was a womanizer who'd sleep with mortals, get them pregnant, and that would result in these half-god beings. In a way, if Peter is like these half-gods, that would make Tony a lot like Zeus himself. Well, more so pre-Iron Man Tony, but there's more to both versions of him than just that. Tony is also one of, if not the most powerful industrialist in the MCU, just like how Zeus is one of, if not the most powerful god in Greek mythology. And much like how Zeus gave some of his power to mortals such as his children, Tony gave some of his power to Peter in the form of his new spider suit.
Well, I don't understand. Is it for me? Happy, wait. This is insane. Look at this thing. Look at the eyes. It's the greatest day of my life.
Also, Peter views Tony as a sort of father figure, who, much like Zeus to his sons, is there, but also not present. Remember this small clip?
Mr. Stark, you didn't have to come all the way out here. I had that. I was fine.
Oh, I'm not here.
Thank God this place has Wi-Fi, or you would be toast right now. Thank Ganesh while you're at it.
This is pretty much how much of a part of Peter's life Tony is. He's active, but rarely present. Peter wants to prove himself to Tony so that he can become an Avenger. Much like how Perseus wanted a relationship with Zeus so that he could live above the hard-working life of a mortal and live the luxurious life of a god. Hey guys, editing phase Tommy here, and that's just how I remember the story being. I haven't consumed or experienced the story of Perseus in a long time, so yeah, like I said, that's just how I remember it. So, if I'm remembering wrong, A, I apologize, and B, please correct me in the comments. Thank you, and back to recording Tommy. Well, that's all I got for now, guys. But, as always, that's just me. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed, please click like and subscribe for more. Lastly, and as always, I will see you guys next time. Bye!